Today we're going to compare the Beezy and the Coya, a pair of ultra compacts from Cybex that have quite different advantages and disadvantages with relation to child comfort, ease of use, longevity, and driving characteristics. And beginning with the Beezy, the model clocks in at 8.4 kilos and folds down to 26 by 44 by 58 centimeters. It can take 22 kilos in the seat and 5 in the underslung shopping basket. When it comes to child comfort, the Beezy seat is adjustable between a newborn acceptable near-flat recline, in Europe and most of the world at least, and an upright position that's unfortunately a bit too sloped in my opinion, and where I'd note that the recline strap is also a bit tough on the fingers. Size-wise, the Beezy seat has a width of 32 centimeters, a length for the sitting surface of 79, measured by adding up the lengths of the backboard, baseboard, and leg rest, and a total longer length of 110, when taking into account space beneath the canopy and the distance to the front frame mounted footrest. These aren't horrible dimensions overall, though the length of the backboard, 45 centimeters, is a limiting factor for how long a child will be able to comfortably use the reclined position, while the footrest is also a little too far back beneath the baseboard, which may make leg positioning uncomfortable for older toddlers. As far as other aspects of the seat go, the textiles feel decently durable and sufficiently padded, and the harness has no rethread shoulder straps and a one-pull tightening mechanism. But beyond this, there are a few common details absent on the Beezy, in no means of extending the canopy, which may be a bit short for younger toddlers, and no peekaboo window or mesh panels for providing added ventilation. For the newborn period, in addition to that flat recline, depending on where in the world you live, the Beezy has car seat adapters available that are compatible with a variety of brands. Moving on to parent comfort, the Beezy's handle stands at a fixed height of 107 centimeters, while the shopping basket is easy to access, with the seat upright at least, in the way it extends off the rear frame. When it comes to folding, the process is simple and can be done with one hand, though, to me, it takes a little conscious effort to pull the handle backwards when following the chassis down so that it ends in a standing fold. When folded, the Beezy is comfortable to carry by the bumper bar, and though the folded dimensions are a little too large for the IATA's cabin luggage guidelines, they are within the gate checking limits of a lot of airlines. As far as the feel of using the Beezy goes, right out of the box, the chassis has a sturdy, rigid feel with good cross support, but there are a lot of connection points to loosen up over time, especially if the model is used regularly over rougher terrain. The Beezy has nicely noticeable suspension both in the front and back, and wheel size is pretty large as well, 8.3 inches in the back and 6.7 in the front. And while I wouldn't do too much off-roading with the model for fear of loosening, it can handle stuff like cobblestones, gravel, and lighter off-road conditions without feeling too jittery when you need it to. Moving on, the Coya clocks in at a lighter 6.6 kilos and folds down to a smaller 18 by 44 by 52 centimeters. It can carry the same 22 kilos in the seat and 5 in the underslung shopping basket. When it comes to child comfort, the Coya seat similarly has a near-flat and newborn acceptable recline, while its upright position is also too sloped, and the pull strap similarly requires a bit more finger strength than average. Size-wise, the Coya has the same width as the Beezy, roughly the same additional space beneath the canopy and legroom when using the footrest, and also has the same length with regards to its sitting surface, though that being said, there are differences between these two when you break it down, with the Coya's backrest being slightly taller, 47 centimeters versus 45 on the Beezy, and its baseboard being deeper, 24 versus 19, while its leg rest is shorter, 9 versus 15. As far as other aspects of the seat go, the Coya's textiles feel more premium than the Beezy's in my opinion, while the harness also has no rethread shoulder straps, as well as that one-pull tightening mechanism. Unlike the Beezy, the Coya's canopy is extendable and provides better sun coverage, despite the fact that there's no flap to cover the mesh panel in the extended section. While on top of this, there's both ventilation built into the canopy, and the seat liner is also removable, revealing an additional large mesh window in the seat back. For the newborn period, in addition to similarly having a flat recline, the Coya also has car seat adapters available that are compatible with the same range of brands. Looking at parent comfort, the Coya's handle has a lower fixed height of 104.5 centimeters, and though its shopping basket also extends a bit off the back, it's harder to access in my opinion, due to the model's narrower rear frame. As far as folding is concerned, the Coya takes a little more effort than the Beezy, requiring more force to press the chassis together, having an extra step in the need to pull on the carry strap to draw the chassis all the way closed, and in that 2 hands are needed when unfolding due to the locking clip. When folded, in addition to similarly self-standing, the Coya is more comfortable to carry as a result of its shoulder strap, lighter weight, and slimmer folded profile, while in addition, the folded dimensions are not only within the IATA's guidelines for cabin luggage, but even fit within the more restrictive 115 centimeters all-round requirements of some airlines. As far as the feel of using the Coya goes, the chassis feels even sturdier with regards to its bars and reinforced connection points, but it's looser in its locking joints than the Beezy, in particular the central hubs right under the seat, which bend a bit side to side when steering. Driving-wise, the Coya has much smaller wheels than the Beezy, 5.1 inches all round, and lacks rear frame suspension, which makes it significantly more jittery over rough ground, and the Coya's narrower rear wheelbase also makes it less stable with sharper turns. So which one of these should you get then? It depends a bit on your needs. Overall, the Coya has a more premium feel in my opinion, both with regards to its textiles as well as the design of the chassis. Its smaller folded size and shoulder strap make it naturally better for travel, and the added ventilation also helps if you live in a warmer climate. That being said, the Beezy does have several advantages as well, with its lower price, more accessible storage, easier fold, giving it an advantage for car-based lifestyles, and better terrain capability, which makes it more versatile if you're looking to get one of these as your primary stroller, and also can make it the better choice for travel as well if you're headed somewhere rougher. In any case, we hope you found this video interesting, and if you did, please subscribe, as a sort of support really helps us to continue making videos in the future. If you'd like to know more about either of these models, we have standalone reviews that go into a lot more detail, and links have been added in the description. In addition, if you're currently shopping for a stroller, we have a buyer's guide on our Patreon page, which lists a wide range of models that we recommend, with a lot of technical and lifestyle related information. You can find it by following the link in the description as well. Thank you.